Goudies Road is unique in that it was a truck motorway years ago designed for 120 tonne logging trains, and whereas the roads today are normally about 54 tonne. It ticks all the boxes. It's only got 2 side roads. It's a B-class road. It's 7 metres wide, a little bit wider than the average road because it was designed for 2 logging trucks to pass each other. And we have a nice white line to follow. The Reporoa Council are in charge of this, and we're working with them. That was going to be chip sealed, which be a disaster for us, but we've been consulted to them, and other road people have chatted to them, and so we're looking at alternatives for this. The history of Goudies Road with Landspeed goes back to Ray Williams in 1996. He discovered he was looking for a better road, and he broke a New Zealand land speed record and got awarded the Castrol Cup for that. And then 5 months later was another gentleman, Owen Evans, did a land speed record, took it higher to I think about 347 kilometres an hour, which is about 218 miles per hour. So it's got a history. It's like the Bonneville in New Zealand.
Well, started 5 years ago when Dad let me start riding a bike, and we've always had a goal to set a record that's sort of not achievable for someone for a long time, and we had everything we thought to get it last year. We think we could get over 350 kilometres an hour. Unfortunately we had some mechanical issues, so had to come back and do it. We had the dyno sort of cleaned up the power curve and everything like that. That got us to about 335 kilometres an hour. Then we started putting a bit more boost into it with fiddling around with the supercharger, so now we've got a lot more boost in it, probably running about 25 psi. We've changed the fuel, we're on a C12 fuel now rather than just pump gas, so that makes a big difference. And yeah, just obviously with Brett now, we started with about 240 horsepower at the rear wheel, and now we've got, I think the last dyno was 303. Anything over 350 would be cool. I'd love to get 355, and I'd actually love to beat Daryl Dolby's record, his GDR. I'd love to go over 358. That'll be at the edge of our capabilities, I think.
I'm here to try the first time the land speed record in New Zealand, and we did in the last 6 months building this motorcycle to go out and try to go faster. So we bought the kit from RCC, turbocharger, internal work on the pistons and conrods and crankshaft. She should be producing 380 horsepower on pump gas and 440 on race gas. My plan is 350 plus.
We've got a 2015 H2R. It was a factory bike to start with. We've modified it to go a bit quicker. We've added about 40 more horsepower to it, changed the drive on the supercharger, taking the PSI from 15 up to 25. You can take it further, but it's risking blowing the engine. The bike's been lowered around about 40 mil. That helps with drag and just keeping the thing lower to the ground, which gives us more top end. John Seacombe will be riding it. He's 71 years old. I think that's amazing. It's just incredible that a guy of that age is willing to try and go over 350 k's an hour. The New Zealand top speed on a bike record is, as far as I'm aware, is what I've done at 351 k's an hour. And there are a number of bikes here this weekend that are trying to beat that, and I'm sure they'll give it a good nudge.
Because of the horsepower what we got on the bike and the H2Rs, I think we are in the same league or have a good motorcycle to compete with the other bikes.
My name's Cole Scammell. I'm a drag racer from Dunedin. So this is loosely based off a 2007 Hayabusa, turbocharged. That's 8.3 second drag bike in the quarter mile. I've come to Goudies Road actually to have a go at Johnny Hepburn's open class MNZ speed record, and basically just hold the throttle open a bit longer than 400 metres and see what happens. I had a go at Ashburton a year ago. On the one single timed run I had, the bike went 328, and I learned a lot about my gearing, given that it was far too short. Yeah, the bike showed a lot of promise, and I think it's ready to go well tomorrow. But I know there's some pretty fast Kawasaki's here, so we'll see how we go against them.
It's a 2019 Z06 Corvette, supercharged 650 horsepower. They say that they should do 315, but possibly in the top 5 and hopefully be in front of a couple of the Lamborghinis.
My car is running one of Greg Murphy's ex-Super Tourer engines. We've done a lot of research and build development on top of that. It's a good, strong, reliable car, sitting around about 500 horsepower at this altitude. Ran this at about 150 mile an hour last year, had some steering geometry issues. I think we're over that now, so it's going to be an interesting day.
Hi, I'm Ali, and this is my Ferrari F12 2015. I'm hoping to do the better speed this year.
My name's Grant. This is a 2009 Audi RS6. It's got the V10 twin turbo, 5 litre. It's been remapped. It's 414 kilowatts at the wheels with a speed limiter on it. The speed limiter has been removed, and they say it could get up to 280 without the limiter on it, so just be interesting to see how fast it does go.
I've had this car for about 12 years now. Started off as a stock standard 2 litre turbo. It's now got an RB25 DET in it, making 420 kilowatt. Runs on ethanol, just 2-wheel drive, nothing too special, but just a relatively stock engine. My goal is to do around 300 Ks. We did 281 last year, so if we can better that, that'd be great. A little bit more boost to get more power into it, but other than that, it's all the same as last year.
This is my Skyline. It's an R33 with an RB25 in it, single turbo, done a lot of work over a lot of years, 320 kilowatt or 430 horsepower, just 98, nothing terribly too special into it, just works pretty well for my budget, so I can't really complain too much.
There's a movie round that most of you guys have known,
Marshals at the end, they will turn you around, and Group B will be lining up, and you've got a Group B, so we'll just talk.
I just did one run with a clutch burning out, and that was 329k.
Yeah, seems good. The first one was just a warm-up run. I only get to ride the bike once a year, so we just sort of took it through its years and yeah, sort of put it on full throttle for a bit and 6 for that run back. Hopefully that's pretty close to where we need to be. I still think I can improve a bit. Well, it's showing about 360 on the speedo, so yeah, sometimes that varies a little bit, so hopefully we're around that 345 in that run, so we'll see where we go.
Hello, second run done, was pretty successful, felt a bit skittish, weaves over the road a lot more than what you think it's going to. That run we got 244, so not too bad, pretty much maxing out the top gears as well, so not much more.
Great. Yeah, probably a little bit faster than the last run. Prefer this direction, actually, it's beautiful. Best road in New Zealand.
Oh, pretty good really. So yeah, it's still a little bit shady out there, a little bit cool. Hopefully that's helping a bit of engine power, but basically, yeah, the road feels good.
My first run, car seems to be misfiring, so we'll go back, change some plugs and see how she goes for the next one.
Good, really good. I completely lost track of where I was on the road. Everyone's been telling me keep right of the line or the tree side of the line, and I guess as soon as I started, I was just, everything went out of the head and just focused on the road, and it just felt amazing. So that's all I've really got.
G'day, yeah, that was good. I'm not too sure what my speed was. Probably a bit slower than what I wanted to do. The bike was getting a little bit wobbly at the top end, but loads of fun anyway.
I don't know. I didn't look at the speedo. I was too busy looking at the rev counter. I'd been done about 260, 270.
My speedo had 299. I don't know what the actual speed is because the speedo is electronically limited to 299, but the bike keeps going after that, so you don't know what actual speed you're hitting. That's why I'm here today.
It's a little tricky for the first run this morning, so I need a little more time to get my mind set up and going faster. I did a 341, so we're going. We hope we can go better and better each time.
Yeah, pretty good. Yep, nice and straight and stable. I think I need to shift into 6th gear a wee bit higher in the rev range, so it pulled a wee bit below peak power when it went into 6th. So I think if I can keep that up a bit higher, keeping the meat of the power. Trying to monitor those sorts of things at that sort of speed's a wee bit tricky too though. Well, hopefully it's around 340. The speedo was showing 200 miles an hour and I know it to be a bit slow.
It's reading 280k, but sort of well short of what I want to try and do, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fine. Just fucking smooth sailing straight down the middle. No worries.
First run 200, just taking it easy.
Hey, Scott Wilkins, can you hear me?
Bloody awesome.
Yeah, it's hard case. You get up to speed and sort of time stands still. It goes for an unbelievably long time. Yeah, but that was good. There was a 7th gear run, so let's see.
Went really well. I'm confident I've got good steering, so I'm going to start pushing it now. Feels good. I was taking it pretty easy. I think I pulled about 5, 8 and 5th, then went into top and the car felt stable, so that was sort of enough for this run. I'm thinking only in the mid 200s somewhere Ks.
Good. I did it on the final run, 303 on my Speedo. Yes, definitely. I'll be back next year.
To go faster than 300, and I achieved it. 311.6 was the last one, I think.
Hey. Yeah, big thanks to Dad for funding it. For the learning run, I don't ride a lot of fast bikes all year round, so we started a learning run and did the first couple of that, and then we started getting in it. So yeah, we're pretty happy after our second run. We'd had a average up near 350. We'd gone 353 one way, then 343 the other way, so that made us good. Then the last run of the day we sorted some stuff out, changed my body position a bit. Brett from Brett Roberts Mechanical put a bit more fuel into the bike, and we got a 364 pass, which we think is one of the highest ever recorded in New Zealand in anything. So it's really, really happy. It's taken us 5 years to get here. We got a 353 the other way for a 358.4 average, which is a New Zealand Land Speed record for bikes overall, for New Zealand Land Speed Record Association record for fastest overall two ways. So really, really happy today. Couldn't have done better, and couldn't have done it without Dad and Brett and the Team Wrinkles guys came from Wakatani to help us out. And John Seacombe, who started this 5 years ago, and we've helped him all along. He's really been a driving force. So really stoked to be able to get that record. We really wanted, and I think we've put it pretty high for the guys to catch us. So.
And I had another 2 runs, and really the road was getting better. I was more confidence to do the job, and finally I increased my time to 348 kilometers per hour. My target was a 350 plus, so I was closed under there. But then we had some technical issues with the motorcycle, and because of this we are not able to carry on this weekend to racing. This was a good event, good organized, and yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back and try it again. Thank you very much.
Day's gone really well, thanks for asking. The wheels haven't fallen off the thing, so yeah, we're reasonably happy, appreciate what we've got. And the car went 315, although we saw 322 on the dash. I think it was probably only 315 or something like that. But I think it's an average over the course rather than a peak speed. So yeah, day went well, thank you.
The weekend went all right for me, really. The fastest the bike run was 336. So I come back into the pits to turn the boost up a wee bit, hoping for over 340. And unfortunately, left the ignition controller unplugged, which blew the signal fuse. So had to wait up there for about an hour before I could get towed back to fix the problem. And unfortunately missed out on the next run. So hopefully next year we can come back and run the same tune-up and hopefully have another go at it.
It was okay. Started off with some misfires, which we sort of figured out. Then we had a massive oil issue, which we also fixed. Then went out for a final run, and the car decided it had enough and picked the seat. I had it up to 285. Pretty much maxed both of them out as fast as they will go. So the black Skyline needs a longer ratio diff, and the Levin just needs more power. But we might be back next year.
Just sum up the day, 40 entries and 40 incident-free runs all day by everyone, and fantastic weather. And fastest car today, Durham Thorpe on his McLaren 570 S twin turbo V8 is a 314. But if you wanted some speed today, you had to hop on a Kawasaki H2R, and Scott Wilkins on his supercharged, super tuned bike by Brett Roberts, a 364. An incredible speed down what you would call a back road of New Zealand, with a whole lot of history to it, and that's a record that a long time will stand, I believe.
The day went fantastically. Unfortunately for me, the clutch went on the bike and then they rebuilt it again and it didn't work. So I just did one run with the clutch burning out, and that was 329k. But I enjoy just seeing everybody have a thrill, so much a thrill they want it for next year, and that's what it's all about for New Zealanders, to come back to here again. So great day. Yeah, everybody enjoyed themselves. That's what it's about.